Welcome back to Destination Travel Podcast. I am so proud to be joined now by Laura Schwerzler. Did I mess it up, Laura? Did I get it right?
You were close, Schwerzler. Good job.
Schwerzler. I try so hard. Laura is one of the wonderful business development managers, brand ambassadors, whatever their title is today that I get to work with. She's probably one of the best. So thank you very much. And we're going to talk a little bit about Royal Caribbean. So I guess, Laura, my first question is, why would someone choose a Royal Caribbean cruise?
Well, first and foremost, Brian, thank you so much for having me on. What a lovely compliment. You are a fantastic partner. I so enjoy working with you, and I feel so honored and privileged to be here today. So thanks for that. So why would someone choose Royal Caribbean? I mean, my question is, why wouldn't they? I mean, really, I feel like there's so many different vacation choices out there, right? So many different resorts and cruise lines. But Royal Caribbean has a unique way of combining quality and energy, unlike any other. So that's huge for us. There's other brands that might have water slides on board and, flashy entertainment. They've got great energy. And there's brands that have very high quality, wonderful culinary options. And, certainly that's a great offering. But with Royal Caribbean, it's the perfect combination of both. And that makes such a huge difference. The other thing I will say, I feel that our brand is truly multi-generational, right? Whether you're 6 months old or 96 years old, there's going to be something on board that will appeal to you. So just to give you an example, like our Voyager class and above, many of the ships do have ice skating rinks. So depending on your activity level and what you enjoy, you may not always be participating in the free skate, right? If you're in a multi-generational family, it might just be the teenagers and the younger kids that are doing the free skate during the day. But then in the evening, we transform it into this fabulous entertainment where you have ice shows from previous world champions, dazzling audiences. That's something that grandma and grandpa might enjoy instead. So we do it all. We appeal to everyone, and it makes such a difference.
Yeah, when I talk to people about a cruise vacation, a lot of times they're like, "Oh, that's the shuffleboard vacation." I'm like, no, I can't even remember the last time I seen someone playing shuffleboard on a cruise ship. Yeah, although it's still available, I think on most ships. You guys also were the first, I think, with the wave runners, right? On some of your ships. Not the what I'm talking about. I got the wrong name, but the wave.
I do. Yes, our flow rider,
Flow
surf
rider.
simulator. Yes, yes, and don't worry, there is still shuffleboard, like you mentioned. But boy, we have come a long way from those days of just the terrible lounge singing, right? And some of the things that cruise lines are kind of known for. We tease and jest that are not there anymore. It's really such an elevated experience now.
And that takes me to my next question, which is, so tell me a little bit about the latest ships from Royal Caribbean and what's new on them.
Great question, Brian. So the past few years, we have really made an effort to revitalize and what we call amplify our ships. So we're trying to take the best concepts from our newest ships and bring them to some of the other vessels in the fleet. So things like our Perfect Storm water slides. I just love our Playmaker Sports Bar and Arcade, laser tag, activities that are complimentary on board for the entire family to enjoy. We even have a new pool deck with a really refreshed Caribbean feel, cabanas all around, and a beautiful lime and coconut bar. So we've upped that Caribbean quotient, you could say, on our top pool deck. We're also focusing, yes, on lots of culinary things too. So a concept like hooked seafood, truly a New England favorite where you can get fresh seafood.
Very nice. And so lots of foodies that both watch this podcast and are my clients. So what are some of your favorite restaurants or food options on the ships?
Oh, well, so first, Brian, I just have to pause and go back to our amplifications.
Oh, yes, yes,
Just,
sorry.
no, I just to highlight that a little bit more, some of the specific things that we've done for those ships. So we are so lucky to have a fully amplified Oasis of the Seas sailing right out of Cape Liberty, New Jersey. So here you've taken a ship that's already great, right? She's got the 7 different neighborhoods, entertainment across all venues, whether it's aerial acts for our high dive shows or, our Broadway trademark productions. That really is a fantastic ship on its own. Now we've amplified it to add things like the Abyss 10-story dry slide. We always like to say we want to come up with new ways to terrify your children and thrill you.
Absolutely.
So yes, so those are some of our newest amplifications. And certainly I would be really remiss if I did not mention our Odyssey of the Seas. So this is our brand new ship sailing right out of Fort Lauderdale. Beautiful 6-night Eastern Caribbean itineraries, 8-night Southern Caribbean, all featuring visits to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which I know we'll chat about here in a minute. It really is the most gorgeous quantum ultra class is what we call it. So it's got all the things that I mentioned, those great amplifications with the lime and coconut and new dining concepts, but also a very contemporary feel. So things like when it comes to entertainment, we have a great lounge called 270. So that's at the back of the ship. It's actually a 70-foot video wall that we can transform to really take this entertainment up another notch. So there's nothing at sea like it. We've certainly done quite a bit to our Seaplex. That's an area that's actually indoors. It's very multifunctional. So during the day, we might have bumper cars or roller skating available, even circus school, high flying acts and circus school. And then what we've done is put our Playmaker sports bar overlooking that Seaplex now. So while the kids are doing bumper cars, you can grab some hot, tasty wings, sliders, all kinds of different beers on tap right there in the Seaplex. So, gosh, I feel like I'm rambling on, Brian, and not letting you get a word in edgewise, but I'm so excited about this new ship.
That's exciting. So yeah, I remember the Cplex, and that the upper level of it was like a gaming area with Xboxes and PlayStations and stuff like that. And the last time I was on it, so that's a great addition. That will bring some more life to that area, I believe. So I'm gonna go back to the question I had before that I asked you early, and that is, what are some of your favorite dining options and what's available on the ships?
Well, Brian, we have so many faithful Crown and Anchor members that love to come back and cruise with us over and over again. So we are constantly looking for ways to bring them new culinary concepts, to kind of refresh our menus for existing favorites. So I know, for example, here out of Baltimore, we have our Vision class that will sail year round, and she's got Chops Grill. That is our mainstay steakhouse. Absolutely love that restaurant. And we've done some new additions to add things like fresh seafood or a seafood tower, right? We want to shake it up a little bit for our faithful returning members and guests. So we've also done a lot of market research that showed our guests want more fast casual options. Something that's just hot and tasty, you can grab and kind of go, so you're not pausing in all of your adventure, right?
Okay.
So my favorite new venue for that is El Loco Fresh. So it's a fast casual Mexican. It's right up on the pool deck, so you don't need to pause. You can dry off, from your swim and just take a break with some beautiful guacamole, your margarita, and just continue on with your day.
Nice, nice, very nice. What other things? You still have Johnny Rockets?
Oh, yes, Brian, we could not get rid of our Johnny Rockets, right? Everyone loves a good milkshake, our 50s themed diner that's there. So that is a la carte, right? You can choose to grab a milkshake, or if you want to sit down with your family and have a full meal, that is available. So the other thing I did want to mention about our culinary options. Anytime we have a specialty or a pay option on board, there's always going to be an equal complimentary option.
Hmm.
It's really just about choice these days. I always use ice cream as a good example. If you want ice cream, we have that in the Windjammer Cafe, our buffet area. We've got that in our main dining room that you can have with your dessert. We even have soft serve right up on the pool deck. So there is no shortage of ice cream on a Royal Caribbean ship. But if you have to have your Ben and Jerry's Chunky Monkey, and that's what you're after, then there is going to be a little nominal charge for that. That's considered a specialty venue.
Very nice. Joy, that the other thing I love about the Royal Caribbean ships, this may seem like a small thing, is that I always do, I don't drink, so I do the soda package. And you guys with your freestyle machines all over the ships, hopefully they're still there, because that's, it's just wonderful, especially someone who doesn't eat a lot or drink any sugar, that there's so many options with those freestyle machines for diet friendly drinks. So Royal Caribbean does an excellent job with their food and beverage service, and an excellent drink package for those who do want to drink.
Well, Brian, there'd be a huge protest from me if they got rid of those freestyle machines because I love my flavored seltzer.
Yeah.
I live off of it, here on land. So the fact that I can go and have my calorie-free flavored seltzer, and if I'm feeling, naughty and I want to shake it up a little and put a little squirt of something else in there, a little lemonade, then I can do that. So.
Absolutely. So, the name of this podcast is Destinations. So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, what are some of your favorite destinations on a Royal Caribbean cruise?
Well, Brian, you know that I am just going to launch into our perfect day at Coco Cay. That's my screensaver you can see behind me here. That is our private destination in the Bahamas. So many cruisers might have been to Coco Cay before, and for years we've been going to the island. Gosh, back since 1986, we were making our first ports of call there. We have fully revitalized it and invested $250 million into it so far.
Nice.
I know, wow.
I went to Coco Cay on my honeymoon in 1996, 97. Don't tell my wife I screwed that up. Yeah, and it was a wonderfully peaceful time there then, but it looks much more exciting now.
Well, and Brian, don't worry. We've got your peaceful times at Perfect Day at Coco Cay too. We would not, have our wonderful chill side of the island. We wouldn't name it that without plenty of options to chill out and just truly take advantage of the natural beauty and the experience there. In fact, that's what I really like best about Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We have two sides of the island. We've got our thrill side with the tallest water slide at sea, a huge wave pool. We've got all kinds of different slides available for the tiniest cruiser, all the way up to adventure seekers of all ages. So really 21 different options there in that thrill water park. We've got a zip line that you could do as an activity, 1,600 feet of zip line. So all of that's available on the thrill side. Then we have our chill side. So that entails, of course, our Oasis Lagoon. It's the largest freshwater pool in the Caribbean. It's absolutely amazing. It has a swim-up bar that's available there, all kinds of nooks and crannies for you to relax with your traveling party. And best of all, your Sea Pass card would work on the island, not only at that swim up bar at Oasis Lagoon, but really all of the bars that are available at Perfect Day. So if you've purchased that beverage package, you can use that there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to going there very, very soon. I will tell you that from people that I have sent there in the past, have told me it was like, many of whom have cruised the Caribbean many times, is that the water park is probably the best water park in the Caribbean, period. End of story. And there are some nice water parks and some other destinations. So I can't wait to go check it out.
So Brian, are you going to go on Daredevil's Peak, the tallest water slide in the Bahamas?
No, Laura, I'm more of a lazy river kind of guy and the freshwater pool, but I will go check out the wave pool.
Well, good, and you'll have to check out our South Beach area. Very relaxing. You can go ahead and have rafts there, float out, go to the swim up bar that's available in South Beach. All of that is going to be included as far as umbrellas, chairs available. So plenty of space to spread out and just chill as you will. Another thing that is just absolutely amazing, part of the chill side of the island, is our Coco Beach Club. So for an entry fee, you have your own private club. I have to say, Brian, I just visited this at the end of June, and it truly was such an elevated experience. I mean, everything on the island is absolutely fantastic, but I say for an adult, right, and you know, someone who is not traveling with children, the idea to have my own private club with the infinity pool, private bar, beautiful lunch, and also access to purchase overwater cabanas and the experience there. These overwater cabanas are the best and really the only floating cabanas in the Bahamas that are available through a cruise line. Yeah.
It is quite the destination. So, and you don't have to worry about 7 other cruise ships in port while you're there. It's very nice and very private. I can't, like I said, I can't wait to go. I have sent some people there who love it. And if it wasn't for COVID, I would have already been there. So I'm working hard to fit it into my schedule for the fall or winter.
Yes, we'd love to have you.
So Laura, I am hosting a group cruise on Royal Caribbean in August of next year. I can't believe we're already just 1 year away. So have you been on any of your Royal Caribbean European? I should have asked you this beforehand, but I didn't. So I'll put you on the spot. Have you been on any of these Royal Caribbean European itineraries?
So Brian, it's fine to put me on the spot. I love talking about Royal Caribbean. I will say one of my favorite cruises on Royal Caribbean wasn't actually Europe, but certainly an exotic cruise was to Dubai that I took in 2019. So that was on the Jewel of the Seas. She's within our Radiance class. Beautiful ship, very panoramic sweeping views, glass floor to ceiling elevators, and really a nice experience to be able to get into those ports and see everything that it has to offer right as you're pulling up. It was a wonderful view. So that was Dubai, and we went into Oman as well. So it was, yeah, it was really a wonderful cruise. Very interesting to see some of the similarities to a Caribbean cruise and also some of the differences, right? It's a little bit of an international flair, some specialty dishes, I should say, like on the main dining room. They had a lot of exotic dishes that were indigenous to the particular port of call that we might have been in that day. So I thought that was amazing. The one thing that, of course, stays consistent no matter where you travel and cruise to on Royal Caribbean is our fabulous crew. I will tell you, our crew cannot do enough for you. to take care of every need. They anticipate your needs in the dining room. Your steward will learn your name right off the bat. They just cannot do enough for you, and are so grateful to welcome our guests on board.
I can't wait. I have actually never been to Europe. All my years as a travel agent, I've never been to Europe. I've been to every place in the Caribbean, every place in North America, and some South America, but never been to Europe. So I'm looking forward to it. It's an 8-night Western Caribbean cruise on the Vision of the Seas. It's from Barcelona with stops in France and Italy and Spain. So pricing starts at $8.99. So if you're interested in doing Europe or any Royal Caribbean cruise, please give me a call at Global Memories Travel, and my contact information will be on the end of the podcast. So Laura, thank you very much. Any closing comments you have? Anything you wanted to add?
I just wanted to say, Brian, that is an amazing price to go to Europe. I am really so jealous that you'll have a chance to do that, and I'm so glad you've worked well with Royal Caribbean to coordinate flights, transfers. You are such a wonderful partner, and your clients are lucky to have you taking care of them every step of the way.
Yeah, I do want to add, because this came up just earlier today when I was talking to someone about this. That price is a great price for the cruise. It does not include air yet, because air won't be available for like 3 more days, and I can finally get air. So yeah, so we'll see how the air works out. But I'm hoping we can get some group air to Europe, so through some air consolidators or through Royal Caribbean. But either way, I can't wait for it. I can't wait to be on any Royal Caribbean ship going anywhere. I can't wait for cruises to start back in Baltimore sometime, hopefully this fall or winter. And I hope we'll talk to you again soon when that happens.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having me here today, Brian. I really enjoyed it and appreciate all your support. I can't wait to welcome everyone back on board at Royal Caribbean.
Thank you, Laura. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today on our Destinations Travel podcast.